okay, we do all this research, then how does my ICP look like? Now your ICP could look like something like this, right? I'll try to generalize it even further. So it could be not just the geography and location and the sector that you are going for. It could be even the maturity of the team. It could be, it should be the stack that they're going after. What are the key pain points? What are the buying triggers? In fact, we do a very detailed analysis of, what emotions do they respond to better? Is it FOMO? Is it aspiration? Is it, you know, trust and confidence? Is it validation within the company? Like if they buy that product, do they get validation within the company and hence they go ahead and purchase the product? So it's even at a very emotional level, we kind of try to analyze. But that kind of an analysis happens at a persona level. So for instance, this ICP, the single ICP could have multiple personas. And what do I mean by that? Now, let's take a B2B scenario. The personas could be someone like uh, uh, let's say a business savvy CEO, or let's say somebody who is very operationally savvy CEO. So you, even within CEO as a designation, you have two different personas to handle. Similarly, you could say, let's say even in the marketing team, you may say, I want to go target marketing team. It could be an email marketer. It could be a performance marketer. It could be a writer, right? A content writer. So it could be anybody within the marketing team. It could be VP of marketing because they need some kind of analytics on an ongoing basis. So it depends on the tool that you're selling versus mapping it to that person, right? And even within those designations, those are just designations, but the psychographics, the emotional, response to each of this designation is very different. Now, someone who's like an email marketer or a content writer, they would need very tactical response. Like they want to know if their job will be done, right? They don't want to know if they have to talk to someone else, should I get an approval, all of that. No, they just want it at a very tactical level. So those kind of products, you sell it to them. But someone at a VP level, let's say they are looking for an analytics dashboard, or they're trying to solve something at a reporting level, right? An ongoing reporting, let's say VP operations or VP analytics. So if they're trying to solve something like that, then their usage of that product will be higher versus expecting that a CEO will use that product on a daily basis is a lot lesser. And the same thing, that could be like a directional thing for someone as tactical as a email marketer or a performance marketer, because it only helps them navigate better. It's not a dashboard, probably they look at it on a daily basis. So those user habits, those emotions are all something that you kind of have to gather during this analysis and be able to analyze each of those personas for each ICP. Now, you may ask, there's so much work that goes into this. What is the outcome of it, right? What do I do with all these personas and all this research and everything? What it helps you do is, when you have a persona handy, in fact, HubSpot's CRMs like HubSpot, Salesforce, any of the smart CRMs, Lead Squared, Pipe Drive, they all give you an option to add a persona detail in the CRM, right? Why do they do that? Because when a salesperson is making a call, or if somebody who's onboarding a client is going through that, they need to know the persona that this person is mapped to. So let's say they're selling it to Nishchala. So if Nishchala is growth Gabby, right? They have everything about them that they want to resolve, and they can navigate through that sales call based on that. So the kind of objections that a growth Gabby will have are pretty standard. So it's an ace game for the salesperson who's navigating through that persona. Similarly, for the marketing team, when they're trying to create outbound emails, it's very specific to the problem and the gap that this growth Gabby is trying to fill, right? Ad campaigns targeted to this persona are all in the same language as this person wants to see. So we typically think, oh, we are creating this ad campaign, the CEO may not like it, so let's make it for the CEO. But if you're not targeting the CEO, there's no point creating that messaging for that person, right? Similarly, your web pages will be very well targeted and precise to that language that this person is looking for, right? Similarly, your articles. This is another vague problem that I see, saying that what kind of article should I create at the top of the funnel? What kind of article should I create at the middle of the funnel, at the bottom of the funnel? When you know what they're looking for, and you will not be very keyword driven at this point. Why some websites do great content is because they're not keyword driven. They're persona driven, and personas look for very standard keywords. So your entire funnel, content funnel that you develop, are all mapped to the persona's problem, persona's keywords, but not some general random volume driven keywords, right? Volume driven keywords give you nice numbers and great reach, but they don't promise you conversions. And that's why we go through this entire process, so that we arrive at a point of clarity for this. So